what's going on? So I am actually building out a bot for my company right now. So what I want to do is just kind of show you behind the scenes of really some things that we're putting in here. So one of the biggest things for any kind of bot building is to make it conversational. You cannot make it cold. You've got to mix in humor, your brand's voice, your passion, your flair, because the biggest thing is when people connect with your bot, they're going to get information, and to the degree that you communicate it from social media, on your website, depending on what phase of the buying process or discovery process they're in at that time of being. So when you're building out something, you want to keep in mind that when you like, where in the world would they come into contact with this piece of your bot? So when you're building something out, make sure that it's going to connect with them, hit home, and it's going to make sense. And so one of the biggest things, ManyChat is a unique platform. One thing about ManyChat, just for you guys who are contemplating different types of platforms, there are a lot of chatbot platforms out there, but with ManyChat, it is overlaid on top of Messenger, which has its own pros and cons to it. Because of the flow builder with ManyChat, it's very quick and very easy to use, and you can start to use some of the stuff here. So you can kind of see here, it's very easy to zoom in and out. Other platforms, it's kind of tough to navigate around with this. And trust me, when you can grab this right here, you can put your mouse over here and then click down and hold and drag like this. You'd be surprised, like air conditioning, how amazing that feature is when it's gone. And so one of the biggest things too is that when it comes to ManyChat, one of the things that we're building on right now is actually the main menu. And so the main menu is actually a pretty unique feature. We've got some updates coming on August 15th, which is actually as of yesterday of me recording this video. So by the time you see this, there may be some updates to Messenger, et cetera, et cetera. And so you can see that sometimes that can get frustrating. It really can. So it's really important to have somebody who knows their way around it to keep up to date and up to speed with everything. And so if you're contemplating ManyChat or some other chatbot platforms, from range like $10 to $50 a month, depending on how much you use it for. And so one of the biggest things is I didn't want to give people too many options here. I wanted to make sure that they have two different things here. They'll start here, very straightforward, very easy. It's not complicated. If they want to get more information, they can. Menu of services is the 5 pillars of success. This is what we do. Now, one of the things is that with our vision, we want people to know our mission, our community involvement, and that way they can start here. And so with what other like testimonials and FAQ, send us an email, live chat support, etc. And so it's super important because that's another thing too, is that I may drag out the FAQ support, but I don't want people starting on FAQ and finding about dumb stuff. You know, when you build an automation, I say dumb stuff simply because there are a lot of redundant questions that people, or I say redundant. So sometimes people ask that if they had the patience and didn't, or just lazy not to go through this entire thing, that's where we start them out here. So really want them to kind of dig for it, and that's just my personal preference. But one of the most important things is that when it comes to FAQ support, you know, what are some of the questions that they're going to ask? And so I actually need to swap that up a little bit. Let's come back down here, X, and choose a center. Super easy. And then come right here. Then this is where the FAQ will come down. And actually, let's go to here. And so this is where too you can notify whenever like someone comes from chat to know whether or not who they need to indicate on the back end of the team. And so it's super easy and really useful when you're building out your own thing. And so let's come back over to here to support center FAQ. Whoops, hang on. FAQs. And so this is where I'm going to more than likely just move this around just a smidge. All right, so we got that there. There we go. So this way it kind of lines up right. And then I'm really big about symmetry and kind of like in a nerdy way, but it does help. So come here, vision FAQ. So if I were to put FAQs up there, honestly, I'm just going to delete that. So here we are. And all right, so our vision mission, kind of just add a little bit more wording here, a little bit more fluff to it, so that way it lines up right. And support center is kind of like the footer down here on the main nav on a website. So come here, send us an email, or send us chat support, go straight to our inbox, etc. Super easy. And each one of these have, you can see here, different icons on it. So it's really easy whenever you're building out a bot on ManyChat that when you're having this in the bottom part of Messenger, it's super, super key to build this out like you would for a main navigation website. They'll build feeds into each other and it really correlates for congruency. And so if you need any help with anything, just drop any comments below if you got any questions. I hope this video helped out, and hope you guys have learned, picked up a little bit of hacks and some ways to kind of structure bots for just easy consumption. Because when people can't understand, well, what the heck you're talking about, what the heck's the point? All right, guys, I'm Jeremy with Workpress Media, not WordPress, but even though we're fluent in it, Workpress Media. Thank you for joining, and hopefully you benefit from some of the other videos as well. Talk soon.